Gotta love fighting with technology. Good morning, everybody. Welcome on into the Sketchdom. My name is Jason Sketch, and I'm super excited to have you all here. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. I know I look like a freaking loser right now, trying to get my computer to do what it's supposed to do. One of those fancy AI robot cameras, and it's not doing what it's supposed to do right now. So bear with me, y'all. Trying to get it to do its thing. There we go. Thank you guys for your patience. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Hey, Google, turn on the office light.
Office light 1 on.
Awesome. Well, welcome on into the Sketchdom, everybody. I am running a little behind today, so things are just not as prepared as normal. So bear with me on that. I did build a cool, but I feel like it's a cool deck for my main man here. Cable. We're going to continue trying to do some Thunderbolts as well. We're going to face Mark 5 or Mark 4 and Radioactive Man today. So I'm pretty excited about that. I hope you guys are as well. And let's just hope that we do not end up with some nonsense like last time where we got the crazy where we're getting our team out right away. So, but I hope you guys are doing swell. What is happening, everybody? Welcome on into the Sketchdom. Thank you guys so much for coming by. And it is a morning. Indeed, it is a morning. So I'm trying to play this one quick. It is an aggression build, and I love me some aggression cards. So okay. Okay, what is happening in everybody's world? How y'all doing today? If you are lurking, if you're lurking, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it more than you could ever know. Trying to get things shuffled up quick so we can just jump right into the game. All right, we might pull this down just a smidge there. There we go. It's a pleasure to see everybody this morning. Okay. I'm going to trust that's mixed up well. And we need to do the same thing with this stuff here. I got a 50 card aggression deck, mostly focused on it being psionic, but it should be a good time. So what's the worst that's going to happen, right? Running through the sky, yeah. Singing songs, getting stuff stuck in my head. But don't stop me now, man. I prefer to play 40 card decks, if I'm honest. But part of what I'm doing on these days as well is not only testing out a new character, but also testing out some cards I've never played before. And so I'm hoping that I can learn some new stuff. We're facing the last two minions in the Thunderbolts set that I've not faced yet. I'm pretty excited about that. This one's wild because I don't have any aerial characters to protect me. So we really got to make sure that we are at a good place with health and stuff. And getting some of those confuses down. We also have that ability to be able to confuse him with a couple of good aggression cards that do some confusing. Mostly psionic cards though, so That is a nice thing about this deck. We've got a couple of the Psychic cards from Phoenix in here and Psylocke. So Psionic cards are fantastic. I like them a lot. I think they're great. And we've just got some neat... I've got Hone Technique in here as well, because I figured if I'm running enough mental energies in here, just boosting those psionic attacks a little bit with Hone Technique is not going to be a bad thing. Especially when we're facing like these guys here. I was kind of... Neither one of them really have Retaliate that I can see right now. I thought Radioactive Man would have Retaliate, so I brought an extra Cybo for the range, but really it's not showing that. And so, though after he does attack, he does do an extra damage to each character you control, which is kind of crappy. So he's also got 18 health, which is kind of wild to think about. But with an aggression build, I might be able just to get past all that damage there without really having to worry about it. You know, and it might have been good to have that when I was facing Black Widow in this Thunderbolt scenario, because Black Widow, I do believe, has that ability. So, Retaliate. These guys might be fun to add into some of the campaign stuff for Sinister Motives, just because they have victory on them. So when you defeat them, they're defeated and out of the way. And you get victory points for them. All right. Okay, let's cut that deck in half. Even though we're gonna probably be doing some stuff here soon. All right, if you guys are just joining me now, or you have been all right, if you guys are just joining me now, or you are watching later on YouTube, my name is Jason Sketch, and I'm super excited to have you all here. If you really enjoy this content or are looking forward to seeing what's going to happen, don't be afraid to hit that like button, as well as, you know, leaving me a comment down below on what I could have done differently. What are we doing today? We are playing Cable, and we're going to be facing our last two Thunderbolts that we haven't faced yet, and I'm super excited about that. We're playing an aggression build for Cable, so we're continuing that, trying each aspect out for Cable type stuff, minus like the pull aspect. I haven't tried much of the pull aspect in general, and so I really need to test it out and some other stuff before I even go live with it, I think. Or, you know, assume. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoy this stuff. It'll be a great time. I've got most everything set up. Everything's been shuffled up and ready to go. So let's get this moving. We defeated Citizen V the other day on a video with X23, and that was a lot of fun. Please don't be afraid to go check that video out. But here we are with my man Cable, and I'm super excited about it because he is actually probably a super neat character. Probably super neat. He has been super neat. So, all right. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to roll and see who comes out first to engage with us. 6, it'll be Radioactive Man out first, and the Mark 4 up here taking health and different things. So We're going to mark them both at their spots. We've got a couple good dice for that. We're going to do this one. 18 here, and because it looks cool, we'll do 18 actually, because that fits the theme of Radioactive Man. It's green. Fantastic. And this will go down to 16. All right, let's drop to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, all right. We're gonna mulligan body slide. This is just nice to get out right away. Hold on to that and that. Shatterstar I really want to play, but I don't think it's a good idea to hold on to. And Telekinetic Fields. Feel like I might regret all that, but we'll see. All right, and then we're going to draw 2 more cards. Three more cards. Hone Technique, Psychic Assault, and Mind Scan. All right. So first things first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Set up. Search your deck and discard pile for a player side scheme and put it into play. Shuffle. All right, we're going to look for his identity specific. There we go. Technonite Virus Purge. We want to do that so we can get that psionic trait, because a lot of the build is centered around having psionic cards. So the rest of it's really going to depend on we draw. I do have 3. Man, I've got a lot going on in here, so we'll just figure it out as we go. All right, things are shuffled up. This will go up here. You are at 16, sir, not 8. And that is at 5. Okay, I think this turn I do want to play Mind Scan and Telepathy. And we'll hold on to Green Walking. Yeah. Okay. That's part of the setup. Let's go ahead and flip up to Cable. Alright, after Cable defeats the side scheme, ready him, so that's good news. We will, first and foremost, spend Psychic Assault and Hone Technique to play Mind Scan. And remove 3 threat from here. And then we'll go ahead and have Cable thwart for 2. And clear the side scheme so we get that psionic trait. And get that the boost that we need for everything else. I really want to play Test of Defense, but I know that Telepathy is going to be helpful too. I only have 1 copy of each in my deck, but he is readied for sure. Let's go ahead and drop Test the Defense to play Telepathy. So once it's down, so now we can do some attacking. And we're attacking for 3. Let's go ahead and let him attack. Here, get Radioactive Man down to 15. On the Grey Malkin. And let's draw up to 5. 1, 2. There's my plasma rifle. 3, 4, 5. Okay. I think I know what I'm doing next turn. Alright, this will go up to 2. Then we're going to get Citizen Fee will heal up to 4. And then Radioactive Man will come in for an attack. He's swinging for 2. Plus... I can take the hit. 2, 5, of course. Well, I think I can take the hit. And it does 6 in total, so I'm down to 6. So he does an additional damage after he attacks. So, alright, then we get an encounter card. Rumbling Thunder. Each player engaged with a minion, engaged with them, moves it clockwise, but this does add an acceleration token onto the main scheme there. So we're going to want to get rid of that pretty quick. And we actually can, so. Okay. These two switch. Mach 4 comes out. He's at 16. I really got to keep them on their dial here. And Radioactive Man's at 15. He heals up to 16 because of the Thunderbolts scenario item there. If I can find 16, there we go. Alright. And we'll move on to my turn. First and foremost, we're going to go ahead and pop Cable here to thwart for 3 to clear Rumbling Thunder. Because we just don't want to deal with that. Which will then ready Cable. We're going to spin 2 to play Grey Malkin. Actually, yeah, because I could have done that. So we're going to bring that back. That would have been at 3. We would have popped this to play Lock and Load, which is at 2. Then we would have taken this guy out. And ready. And ready. Okay. Then we'll pop it again with Spinning Professor X to get the plasma rifle onto the table. Now I can go down and recover, or I can pop this and get my next boost here, because that'll boost the plasma rifle up and will boost up. Will also get me that's you put it into play. You do, okay. And I can't defend against his attacks, so we're gonna flip down. Okay, so let's go ahead and just do that while we're here. We'll go ahead and thwart. Does ready this, actually. That's wild. And then spend it again to go ahead and deal 2 damage to Mark 4 here. To Mark 4? No, because that'll make him engage with me. So let's go ahead and, yeah. Get him down to 14. Flip cable down. Drop to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, what a hand. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So go up to 3. Mark 4 is going to scheme for 1, 3. This goes up to 6. We're then going to get an encounter card. There should be readied on everything. Dark Designs. Place pursuit counter pursued by the pass of the villain. The villain schemes. Fantastic. Okay. Alright, so Citizen V schemes for 1 or 2, 4. We're at 10. Alright. Gonna have to deal with the threat. Do I have a way to deal with the threat before I start doing some wild stuff next turn? Okay. Would appear that I need to consider my options here because I'm going to have to deal with the threat. And I need to also do some recovering and do better at blocking. So let's, because I can't remove threat without spending 2 mental resources here, and that would just get me down to 8 and put me back up at 9. Just put me in a scary spot for the rest of the game. So we're gonna move you down because you're at higher health now, and you're gonna go to 15. Because I can defend against Radioactive Man's attacks. I can do 8 points of damage to him right now, which is so hard. Almost 10 points of damage to him in one turn. Okay, but I really need to consider my options here. We got to... Wish I had held on to Professor X. I wish I had confused too when I went down. So, I'm glad I drew what I drew. If I recover now, I'm not going to be able to thwart as much as I'd like to. We're going to go ahead and recover anyways. So I think I need to do that. Just feel like having health is going to be helpful. We're going to flip up. Okay. We're going to spend energy to get team building exercise down. While paying for a psionic card. So, my question is, can I use Power of the Mind to play Telepathy? Or to use the power on Telepathy here to remove 2 threat? Double the number of resources card generates while paying for a psionic card. For now, I'm going to assume no. I hate that. I really hate that. But I don't want to cheat out. If I played it wrong, please let me know. But I'm going to go ahead and spend these 2 mental resources. No, it is a psionic card. I'm going to play it that way. And if I do it wrong, let me know. Spend these 2 mental resources to do 2 thwart off of this scheme here. Get down to 8. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Do I put build support out there? Yeah, because I can't really play Telekinetic Blast right now. Or Wolverine. So I want them both on the table. So. Feel better about my chances right now, though. No, I can. Okay. We will exhaust team building exercise. There we go. Yeah. And spend build support and Wolverine to play Telekinetic Blast, which does 8 damage to Radioactive Man. Yeah, then we'll spend Grey Malkin to hit the Plasma Rifle and get him down to 6. Yeah, alright. Let's draw to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Superpower training, assault training, Gambit, Telekinetic Blast, and Professor. Alright. First things first, this goes up by 1. We're at 9. Everything should be ready back up. Radioactive Man's going to come in for an attack. I will defend for 3. 2, 3. Overkill and ranged. Okay. So I took no damage from the attack. After Radioactive Man activates against you, deal 1 damage to each character you control. So we're at 9. We get an encounter card. Down but not out. Choose a random Thunderbolt minion from the victory display and reveal it. Place damage on the minion place damage on that minion until it has 5 hit points remaining. Then remove this card from the game. If no minion enters plays this way, card gains surge. Okay. Blasters attached to Mark 4, otherwise attached to the enemy with the highest attack. Attached enemies gain overkill and ranged. And spend 2 lightning resources to discard this card after I attack. So, alright, Mark 5 gets blasters. He comes into play. Radioactive Man goes back and goes up to 7 hit points. Very cool. And it is my turn. So I can't defend against his attacks, which is okay. Oh, I was supposed to look, when I did the lock and load, I was supposed to find that, dang. Alright, well that was my fault. I didn't find my spear. But that should be in play now. The joys of playing live, right? Cool. Okay. Looking at my hand here, we're going to see that we need to... Yeah. Team building exercise plus Gambit and Professor. Oh, did I defend? Crap. I'm going to hold on to Professor. Team building exercise plus Gambit and Superpower Training. Are going to play Telekinetic Blast to go ahead and take out Radioactive Man. I thought that was going to be a lot harder to take out, but here we are. Then we will exhaust the Spear to do 2 damage to Mark 4. It's down to 13. We're going to spend Assault Training and Professor on Telepathy to remove 2 threat from a scheme. Get this down to 1 there. Slowly working on that. I can't defend against his attacks, so I'm just going to have to take whatever attack he's got next turn. He's swinging for 3+. I should be able to survive. We're going to pop him for 2, which gets him down to 11. Let's ready everything else back up. Drop to my hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. I'm actually super excited to see Into the Fray, because I can deal 6 damage to a minion, which he is a minion. For each point of excess damage dealt to this by this attack, remove 1 threat. So if I kill him with this attack, I get to do some threat removal. Because we have Mind Scan, Forced Amnesia, Sunfire, Anakin's Son. After you defend against an enemy attack, exhaust this and remove threat from a scheme equal to your hero's 4. Okay, so we've got lots of options here. 2, 3, 4, 5. We got lots of options. We got nothing that'll help with the defense though, so this goes up to 8. Mark 4 is going to swing for 3, 5. Okay. Okay. Counter card. Place from pursuit counter and pursued by the pass. Then if there's no counters on it, the villain attacks you. Okay. Citizen V is going to attack for 2+. I will go ahead and defend for 3. Take 2 indirect damage. Alright, well, I'm at 2 health points. Cool. And then Mark 4 will go up here and heal up to 12. Okay. We're going to pop Team Building Exercise and Sunfire to play Mind Scan and remove 5 threats from a scheme. So it's down to 3. We'll pop the Scimitar. What's going to happen if I do that? I don't have another attack event, right? That's going to let me do... I don't. Well, I could do... Wouldn't kill him, though. They're both at 12. I am not ready, unfortunately. I have to go down. So I could try to play Into the Fray and deal 6 damage to Mark. Essentially I can do... I'll do 8 damage to Mark 4 right now. He's going to come out anyways, so he'll take his 2, which gets him down to 10. And then instead of using my plasma rifle right now, we'll pop this and these 2, right? To play Into the Fray. Flip down, he'll scheme. And when he schemes, then Mark 4 comes out. I don't know, like, hold on a second. He just stays back here, doesn't he? When the round ends, attach the Thunderbolt minion with... After a player attacks a Thunderbolt minion, the minion... Oh, okay, engages them. So he does engage me if I do that. Okay. Let's hold on. Let's get him back up to 12. He would engage me, and then I'd have a problem. So we're not going to do that. We're going to leave him up there. Attach the Thunderbolt minion with the most damage here, swapping it with the minion attached here. If any, heal 1 damage. Okay. So, he right now just stays up here unless I attack him. So let's just do 2 damage to Citizen V Get him down to 10. Let's spin these two to remove 2 threat. And we're popping that for the plasma rifle to do 2 more damage to Citizen V. Hold on into the fray. No, he won't. We'll discard into the fray, but we'll flip down. Draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's actually super cool. Because those Cybo attacks are super cheap and they do quite a bit of damage this game. So, ready everything back up. This goes up to 2. Citizen V is going to come in for a scheme. So he's scheming for 2. And 1 pursued, another pursued by the pass. So he's at 4. This goes up to 3. Counter card. Attached to your identity. If attached identity has the gamma trait, the attachment gives it +1 attack. After you recover, discard 1 card from your hand. Discard this card. Oh, snap. Okay. It's actually the perfect time to get that. Then we do the swap thing, but there's no Thunderbolts that get swapped there. So he just stays up there because he has the most damage, I guess. He recovers to 13. If I'm reading that wrong, let me know. Okay. I mean, I know I can take him out this turn. Let's make sure I have enough to make that happen. Okay, yeah. I do. So, let's recover for 4. Because you still want to play smart. Get me up to 6. Discard a temporal leap with this. Discard 1 card from your hand and discard this card. So, and then we'll flip up. We'll pop team building exercise and into the fray to play Cybo attack. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. This attack gains ranged. And that is a psionic card. So this guy kicks off. And then we'll spin these 2 to play Cybo attack. Nice. And do another 4 points of damage, which takes out Citizen V. And that's game, guys. Hey, what's up? Good morning. I'm Jay of the Dead. Welcome on into the Sketchdom. Sorry it took me a second. I was in the middle of my last few turns there. That is super exciting, though. I'm excited to see how well this played. What a fun deck, actually. I really had a lot more fun playing Cable and Aggression than I imagined. And, of course, I played a lot more of his cards, but then again, like, some of just the little things that stuck out. We used the Cybo attacks, which were pretty great. I love those cards. What else really helped? I mean, his Plasma Rifle is pretty great. The Scimitar is pretty great. What did we play any other? We played his cards mostly, it looks like. Telekinetic Blasts were pretty wild. Wish I'd gotten Wolverine out on the table. But at the end of the day, we didn't really play as many aggression cards as I thought I was going to. and ended up spending more time playing his cards. But I was able to get them out a little bit easier now that I added in the just some abilities that make him with his psionic trait there that boost him up. So I think this is pretty cool. Hey, is it okay? I play a lot of cardboard games, and I've seen this Tabletop Simulator. Oh, well, awesome, man. Well, it's a neat game. I like it a lot. I'm glad you checked it out on Tabletop Simulator. This is Marvel Champions. It is really cool. I just won a fight, and I actually have to get going here soon, shortly. But this is we played Citizen V. It's a new villain that came out recently in the last box. And the cool part about this villain is it has minions that come out that fight you first, and you have to beat those minions before you can fight him. However, this guy got out of the way, so I was able to attack the main villain and take him out, which is not uncommon. This scenario is a little bit easier than I thought, especially in Standard. I may have to try it out in Expert at some point, but I'm really, really enjoying it. Hey, I'm Jay the Dead. Thank you so much for that follow. You are now an Avenger. I appreciate it, man. Avenger's a symbol, my dude. I used to have a hammer that I would throw for that. I need to get that back out. So, thank you so much for that follow, though. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is a neat game, and I really enjoyed the aggression for Cable. Just kind of being a spot of, all right, we're going to focus on his cards being attacks, and we're going to use him to thwart. Being able to thwart for 3 and attack for 3 and defend for 3 has been pretty wild. I wish I had a better way for him to ready after he defended. But maybe I can find a good way to do that in protection when I play in protection. Yeah, that'd be great. I stream pretty much trying to stream about every Friday. So don't be afraid to come by on a Friday morning. I try to go from 6 a.m. Central to 8 a.m. Central. This morning I was super late. Just life got in the way. But you can check all my other games out on YouTube and learn more about the game there as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it, though. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to play another game, so thank you guys for coming by and hanging out. My name is Jason Sketch, and as always, next time, I'll be deadly serious next time. Peace. All right. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate you coming by, man. I'll have to talk to you, get to know you soon. I'm looking forward to getting to know you a little bit better, man. And I hope you have a blessed day at work and all the other fun things you get to do today. Peace.